everyone! Welcome to our third episode of FWB
Friends with Benefit.
What would you expect for addicted to finance? What would you expect us to talk about?
Yeah, we are educational.
That's all you're gonna eat the whole week? 5 avocados. No intestines. Yes, intestines.
Well, according to Investopedia, yes, Investopedia, sikit-sikit lang lama jadi bukit.
Hi everyone! Welcome to our third episode of FWB
Friends with Benefit. Business, yes.
Third episode.
Yes,
Third
thank you.
episode. You still can't get the name right. Alright, so our podcast will be played on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and for visuals, YouTube. So do remember to hit that like and subscribe button so that you don't miss any of our future episodes. We're on episode 3.
We're going strong
We're going strong.
and we're on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So continue, for those that have been supporting us, do continue to share our episodes to those that have yet to hear us. And if it's your first time listening to us right now, I hope you like our episode.
Yes, I hope you guys do like our episode. We are very educational, but at the same time, cash profesh.
Hashtag cash profesh.
Hashtag cash profesh. Casual, professional.
Alright, I would like to give a special shout out to ICAEW. ICAEW is a preferred business and finance professional qualification and recognized in many parts of the world. The qualification provides in-depth technical knowledge across all aspects of management, finance, and accounting in all sectors. ICAEW chartered accountants are constantly updated with the latest knowledge and skills to ensure they constantly remain relevant in any industry. Also, anything said or discussed in this podcast does not reflect the opinion or stance of the sponsors of TWSS. Okay, I can't believe I'm gonna have to repeat this every episode.
Let's go, Megan.
I feel like I'm saying a tongue twister every
A tongue
beginning of
twister,
it.
but you kind of sound like a news reporter, low key.
Oh,
She's professional in that way, you know?
cash profesh.
Cash profesh.
We love that.
With that said, let's move on straight into this third episode. Addicted to finance. Why are we addicted to finance? Actually, would you mind? Why did we name it Addicted to Finance?
Actually, I named it. I put addicted to finance. Actually, it was supposed to be finance, budget planning or something like that. But then I was just put addicted to finance.
It's a little clout, a little clickbait.
Yeah, because what would you expect for addicted to finance? What would you expect us to talk about?
Mm-hmm. So in this episode, we'll be talking about financial planning, budgeting, and even financial tips.
I feel like I need that because I'm not really a finance student, so I'm here to learn. I'm ready to receive that info from my partner here that's actually a finance student.
And I hope that my 2 years in my degree in finance and accounting do translate well onto the screen and onto what you are hearing on your devices. With that said, I think let's get started.
Alright.
Megan, what do you know about financial planning?
What do I know? I know that you are supposed to plan out your finances because I think whether is it finance or anything in life, I personally I'm more of a planner. I don't really do well winging things. So I would say that financial planning would be controlling how you spend money and making sure you have enough or your finances are stable along the way in life.
Yeah, something along that lines. Well, according to Investopedia, yes, Investopedia, a financial plan is an essential planning tool for your financial well-being now and in the future. So it's about budgeting and how much you can spend, how much you can save up in order for you to live stably. Yes. And on that topic, how are you doing in financial planning?
So I've always had this way of like budgeting my finance, because like since young my parents would give like allowance for us to use, and like they're pretty flexible with how we want to spend it. So when I was younger, I had this finance consultant uncle
Wow.
that he used to tell us like this specific percentage and like way of like budgeting your money. So like I've been following that way all this while until now, and I think it works, and it's in that sense like it makes sense to me, so I've just stick with it until now.
Wow, that's good that you have like a family member.
Oh, he's not a family member.
Oh, a family member.
He's just like my dad's close friend kind of thing.
Okay, it's good that you have a figure in your life that knows how to financially plan. I think because my mom used to be an ex-banker, so she's like the house accountant slash financial planner in our
Slay
house.
queen.
Bruh, it was tight. Like I didn't get allowance starting until secondary school.
Oh.
She didn't see the need of me having money at school, so I only got when I was in Form 3, and I only got 10 ringgit per week. So it was really tight. But from that, I kind of learned on how to properly use my money and how to save up that 10 ringgit per week to order to buy like, I don't know, McDonald's on the weekend. And then like when it came to uni, my mom was still like, still tight about it, and she really taught me on how to properly budget and save up money for the future. Yeah.
I started getting like my allowance from primary school, like primary year 1. Yeah. Like I mean like I'm pretty like I feel like it made sense to me because like me and my siblings, like we grew up having that freedom to like learn how we want to allocate our money. So like I guess like we turned out pretty alright in terms of like how we spend or like how we control our own money kind of thing. I mean I guess we're pretty okay. Yeah. I guess both ways work, whichever like you're comfortable with like using for your future child. Yeah, I guess like both way works. Like either way, as long as your child turns out to, you know, learn how to finance budget planning, I guess like it'll be alright. Or you can just throw them this video.
Yeah, we are educational. So Megan, have you ever struggled with saving money?
Well, I guess like I can say that despite my effort of trying to finance budget plan and everything with my allowance, I do struggle with it because I mean I try to set aside like a certain amount of money every month where I try not to touch, but you know there are some moments in life where like I go into a mall or I scroll on Instagram or something and I'll be like, oh damn, this looks really good. Like I kind of want it, low-key want it.
Nice.
And the budget that I set aside for shopping, like, oh, I kind of like finished it already, so like I'll be like, well, you know, I can just deduct it from the next month, right? Like I'll just not buy anything the next month. But we all know that when the next month comes, like I'll just buy more things.
True,
So-
the concept of like, oh, I can cut it next month. And but like the next one is like, oh wait, hold up, let's do the next month.
So like yeah, I guess like I would struggle with that part. So I'll end up like exceeding the amount of money that I'm supposed to be spending. Like yeah.
And like for me, I do split my money, but the thing is like, ooh, I need that, so I'll just take the money from there, like because it's accessible to me. Because I put in like 2 accounts. I just like, oh, I'll just transfer it to my account. I'll pay it later. So like by the end of the month, I'll be like, oh, this is like lesser than I wanted to save. Side eye, the bank account's empty, you know.
But you know, just in case my dad's listening, it doesn't happen every month, okay? It doesn't. Like it doesn't.
I mean like mine also doesn't happen every month. Mom, it depletes slowly.
Yeah.
Like very slow. Yeah.
I still watch out, alright? Don't worry.
How about your spending on like invest on online?
Online? Oh, okay, like I feel like it's harder to control when I buy things online because I feel like when you shop online, for some reason, like most things are cheaper. So it's like, to me, it's like, oh, it's cheap. Like, oh, get. And like one time, like it adds up. I'll be like, oh shit. Like, did I buy that many things? Like, I feel like I was like, you know, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, suddenly like 10 parcels coming to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about investing? Do you invest?
I do set aside like money to do it. And like, but I mean, I don't do it myself. Yeah, so I personally don't know how to do it. Yeah.
I see. So, for me, I do. Wait, let me think. Do I invest? Yes, I do invest. I put my money in ASB, but that's mostly it. But
What's ASP?
Amanah Saham Bumi Putra.
Oh, okay.
But mostly that's like kind of it. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna explain to you the 50, 30, and 20 method. So, do you know what the 50, 30, 20 method is?
Now I do.
Well, now you're gonna know more about it. So 50, 30, and 20 is 50% for the need to have, 30% is the nice to have, and the 20% is the savings.
You got it right this time.
I wonder why.
Okay, I just FYI for y'all. Actually, we re-recorded this part. That's why I said like I know already now, and he actually screwed up the first time. So.
Dude, I was like, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I am a practitioner of the 50, 30, 20 method. It is that I've been using it for far too long until like, oh, it's like ingrained and I forgot the terms already. Yeah.
Okay, anyways, if you want to know how he screwed up, we're gonna be posting like BTS like content on TikTok. Like you can find the link somewhere on the screen or in the link below or something. Yeah, you can find it there. So you can follow our TikTok account.
Yeah. TWSS.UNM.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. Okay, going back to the 50, 30, 20 method. So I think let's go to the 50 first. So most of us students, I think most of our expenses that we have to, pay for is mostly
Shopping.
food, not shopping. Shopping is in the 30. Okay, we already know. Put it there. Okay. So I think mostly it's food, and if you have a car, it's mostly your gas
traveling
money.
toll.
Yeah. Touch and go. But I think majority of us is the food.
Yeah.
So how's your food spending in university?
In general, I would say my food spending is pretty alright. Like I barely exceed like the budget that I have for myself, and especially also because like I'm a okay eater. Like I don't eat a lot, but I won't say I'm a small eater also. I mean, at least I don't think I am.
I've seen her eat.
Anyways, yeah, but I would say that and I cook. Like I
cooking
usually
the same,
eat dinner
yeah.
at home. Because sometimes I don't want to walk back alone late. Yeah, so that's why I just go back earlier and I eat dinner at home.
Compared to like cooking like per meal and like eating at the cafeteria or like anywhere else, is it cheaper to cook per meal or?
For me, I think eating at the cafeteria, it depends. If I eat like Chinese stalls are fine, then it's cheaper. But if I eat like other stalls, then I would say it's more expensive because it's not fair for me because other stalls don't have like a small portion or like a half portion, and I usually I can't finish everything. So to me, it's like it's more expensive.
I see. Yeah, I feel like for me, because I cook now, I cook my breakfast and dinner. I feel I've been able to save up more money because of cooking, and also like I do it weekly, my groceries, and I just pre-cook the whole thing for the whole week.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy, come and go. But I do kind of spend on my lunchtime, and I try to spend like I know there's a recent price hike
Oh.
in the stalls in
Yeah.
Nottingham. But I tried to spend 6 ringgit or less, or 6 ringgit in around the area. One of the examples that we have for 6 ringgit tips for 6 ringgit food tips that guys can get is mama food. So if you go get rice curry, you can cari curry or campur, and plus the ayam goreng is only 6 ringgit 50.
Oh, okay. Actually, I've never. I don't think I've ever tried.
No way you try that.
No.
Dude, I've been eating that for lunch most of the time.
Okay, I'll go try it.
Yeah. And you can like even request like, oh, if you want a big chicken, then you can ask for a big chicken. No problem. Yeah. And then like, do you know the mala stall and
the dim sum stall.
The dim sum stall. If you take a small rice, one beef or chicken, one meat lah, and one veggie, it'll cost you about 6 ringgit. On the
Actually,
dot.
I think like the dim sum. I hope they don't hear me say this because like I don't want them to raise their price. But yeah, like the Chinese dim sum mala stall, like I feel like their pricing is very reasonable. It's like it's compared to like other stalls.
Compared to other stalls,
compared to other stalls, like they're very reasonable.
And I feel like they cook it like hot food, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah. Besides that, you have the Arab stall. They have a chicken shawarma and it's 6 ringgit. Also, if your budget is not that tight, you can have shawarma fries. That one is 7 ringgit.
Or-
and if even better, if like you have more money, you can get like zinger chicken fries. That's 10 ringgit.
No, or you can get hungry style for 11 ringgit. 2 shawarmas. So whenever I want to buy a hungry style, that's my lunch and dinner.
Oh.
Yeah, 2 shawarma plus fries. But you know what I like at the Arabic stall? I really like the liver sandwich.
Oh, I don't like intestines.
I mean, like, I'm a fan of like organs and stuff, and it's like it's only like 7 ringgit. Yeah, plus 1 more ringgit.
Ew, no.
I mean, for the sake of being cheap, I think I eat stuff in order to survive.
Alright. Again, we'll put up a poll on Instagram. No intestines. Yes, intestines. We'll see who they're like how many of like people within our audience like are like non-intestine.
You know how like
people.
our ancestors survived, like in the primordial time when they wanted to, survive and eat, so they eat the organs and all the
they eat
body
everything.
parts.
But I'm sorry, I'm picky. Yeah, moving on. 30%?
So the 30% is oh my god, I almost forgot. Lol. So the 30% is a nice to have. So these are including whatever.
Shopping, accessories, skincare, makeup, I don't know,
Wait,
clothes.
but for me, skincare is a must.
Yeah, okay, actually, yeah. Skincare. I feel okay. No, skincare and makeup. You can't like divide them.
It's like borderline, like you need to have them in order to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like obviously this is just personal opinion. Like I feel like skincare is just taking care of yourself. That's why I think like it's a must have. It's kind of like you eat food for nutrition. Your skin needs nutrition too. Yeah.
I kind of do agree. For me, it is a must. Because like you want to prevent, from getting skin cancer, melanoma, and like sunscreen. Yeah, mostly it's the sunscreen part. Yeah. But like, 30% could be even shopping, your Lazada, your Shopee, your cafe hopping habits. If you like coffee, and you're like. You love to have those oat milk stuff. I feel like that should not be your 50, but rather than your 30.
I'm sorry, but my oat milk is in my 50. It's a must-have for me. Like I need my oat milk with my coffee.
Like I kind of understand. Like when I was in foundation, I used to have Starbucks every 2 days.
Okay, at
and
least
that
I
was,
make my own coffee. Okay,
like,
I don't buy Starbucks.
Yeah, that's the thing.
every
It used to
day.
be my 50%. So like half of my budget used to go to coffee. And it's not like make your own coffee. It's like Starbucks coffee, Zeus coffee, GG coffee. But now, like as I mature more and I realize that
These chain coffees are not so important.
yes, it's not important. You can buy 3-in-1s, to be honest. and like it's the same. It tastes almost the same. Okay, it doesn't taste the same, but like there's cheaper alternative and it does the job. You know, it gives me awake.
Okay, for like just FYI, if you're like if you're able to financially, my Jeffu he always says this, that if you drink a lot of coffee, it is a good investment for you to get your own coffee maker, because in the end it's cheaper. He's done the calculations and he's like a finance dude, so I trust him.
Yeah, like my dad, like he used to like drink Starbucks all the time until he got his Nespresso machine. And then like I think he said like, wow, I saved like a few hundred ringgit just from like not drinking Starbucks. So I should do the same. But then again, I'm a student, so I think I'll stick to my student coffee, which is, oh my god, I just whipped it.
Sorry, production crew. Guys, they're giving us this. I'm just kidding, they're not. They're smiling.
But I'll just stick to my family mart 3 ringgit Americano then. And find, what do you do with your 30%?
My 30%? Shopping, actually. I think like I do quite a fair bit of shopping, I would say. Like I can't deny it. Like I definitely do. I try to control and like not buy too many like unnecessary junk. But sometimes I'll be like, oh my god, like what if I need this one day? Then I'll be like, ding ding, add to cart. Cha-ching. And then my dad's phone will get a notification.
Oh, it's your dad's card.
No, but like, I mean, in general, like, if it's like something that I want and I know my parents won't get for me, then I'll use my card. But if it's something that I want and I know my parents don't mind getting for me, then I'll use their card.
Lol. Okay.
That's how I differentiate.
Well, moving on to the last bit part is the 20%, which is the savings. So where do you usually save your money?
So for me, actually, I do 10%, 10%. So for 10% of my allowance, like I actually, because I'm a Christian, so it goes to like tithes. Like I put 10% aside for my offerings to church. So I save like the other, because like I don't do the 50-30 thing. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, it's 50 and then 20 20 10. Yeah, so I save 20 and then I spend, like the spending is like the 20 and then the 50 is like the must-haves.
Oh, I never knew about the
yeah, but the 2020 can differ and the 50 also differs, because like what I was told, like it's supposed to change according to how much you have, because you can't constantly be spending 50% of what you have if you're earning like billions. Like you can't be spending like 50%, like, so it should decrease as you go by.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So that's how like I do it. Yeah, but my savings, like I would say like I try to save, and I would say that most of the time maybe 10 to 15% actually goes into saving.
No, it's good. You know that. I feel like how the old Malay says,
No.
little, old, then heal.
Oh,
Sikit-sikit lama-lama jadi
Jadi-
bukit.
little old becomes hill. So if you don't speak Malay, that's the direct translation.
But I feel like we should always start young in savings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like my Chinese New Year angbao monies, like my parents always like put it in our bank accounts for
Yeah,
us.
true, true.
And they actually show us like they actually banked it in for us, not bank it into their account, but like our account.
Yeah, true. Even when I get like duit raya, I like all the money. Like personally, like my mom will be like, "Do you want to spend it or do you want to save it?" I usually just say save it.
Yeah.
But like for me, my savings, I put half. One will be my ASB, and the other will be going to my mom, because sometimes I do need emergency cash. So my mom will be like the nearest cash ATM.
Alright, so like that kind of sums up the 50, 30, 20.
Yep.
You can divide your money and put aside money to invest if you want to. If you want to learn how to do investments,
That'll be in future episodes.
yeah, that'll be in future episodes because yeah. Okay, so moving on.
To what's not news.
In what's not news, we're gonna be talking about me and Asar. So, what do we spend most on?
Okay.
Since we're on the topic of like finance, budget planning, like as uni students, like I mean, like, you know, maybe you're kind of interested in what me and Asad, like in how me and Asad like plan or spend kind of thing. Also maybe because like we're running out of things to talk about in what's not news, that's why we're like, you know, continuing topics from previously to, you know, just fill up the gap. Yeah, I spend a lot on oat milk actually, guys. Oat milk is very expensive. I have to say that. That's like a big flaw.
I think I mostly spend on going out to eat, actually, like cafes and like restaurants, and it'd be like
Datings.
okay, that one I'm also guilty of.
Dating funds.
Dude, like dating is not it. Like in a day, one date you could spend like 100 ringgit. Like for what? And and I'm still single. That's the thing. Okay, whatever. You have a boyfriend, but like, I'm trying to lessen the amount of dates I go on, just to save up money, because it's really expensive for me, at least. Like my idea of dating.
You can do cooking dates. It's cheaper.
Oh, that's kind of cute, actually.
It's
Yeah.
cute. Like, you know, you can kind of like see how that person's personality is as well.
Or even
While
like a cheaper, like a ramen date, you know,
yeah.
by Samyang or something like that.
Netflix.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Moving on to the next topic of what's not news. I think by the time we are posting this episode, it is already in the SA 2023/2024 elections. So do vote for the people who you think are the ones competent for this year's student association. Vote wisely. You only have one vote. Don't forget to vote. Do your part.
what will happen if you don't?
You just don't vote, you know? It's just,
Oh, nothing. Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like the general election.
Everyone at the back is judging me.
But do vote, you know? Megan, do vote.
Okay.
You know, you might be surprised who's running, you know?
Oh.
But
Oh.
that is where we're gonna end this episode.
Thank you for watching this episode. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment and share and interact with us on our socials. We would love to know your opinions about this podcast. And thank you so much for watching.
Friends with business.
Bye.
Bye-bye.